Hi and welcome on my video of today. And today I want to talk about Kundalini energy. And for those who are familiar with Kundalini energy will know where I'm talking about. So I think there's a lot to talk and to discuss about the Kundalini energy. I've been working with it since for 3 or 4 years now. I've been hosting sessions. I'm not doing it anymore for several reasons. But I've been hosting sessions since I started the Kundalini activation process training, also known as CAP. For those who know CAP, CAP stands for Kundalini activation process, and it's an awakening of the Kundalini energy. And so I did the training, the course. I did it like 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, and I did it in Mexico, and it was really one of the most intense courses I ever took because so many things came up, and I had to face many fears that weren't even mine. And you're just doing this thing in an unknown place. You just have to surrender, surrender, surrender to the energy, and you just lay down for an hour several times per day. And the course was 5 days, and it lasts for 5 months online. So it was like 5 days live, and that was in Mexico. And after that, you have an integration time for like 5 months, and we got um, every month we got a Zoom call with the owner, that was Bennett Wang. And in that time, you just had to integrate all the energy and all the insights and just ground again, because it's so intense during that course that you take. So what I want to talk about, I hosted many Kundalini activation sessions, and I quit with it. I really stopped doing it because it didn't resonate with me anymore. And there was also another side that it was really drawing me. It was draining me. And the reason it was draining me, because I was also holding energy from the others. So, and that was one main thing they don't talk about during the training, was when I was in CAP, when I was in Mexico for CAP, is that they don't talk about entities. They don't talk about absorbing energies from others. They don't talk about portals that you open or the emotions that you absorb. They don't talk about it. And I think it's one of the most important things, that we're so aware of our own energy and aware of the other's energy, and that it's safe guidance. And the only thing we heard during this training was surrender, surrender, surrender to God, surrender to the energy, surrender to something greater. Well, okay, I surrendered, and I had so many fears, but now when I look back, they were mine, because I'm so sensitive and I'm so open to feel everything that I can feel what's around me. I just felt the fears from others. I remember after day one, I woke up in the morning with my chest going so fast, like crazy, and my heartbeat was high, and I felt so many fears. It was like I was dying or something. It was a really, really awful feeling, like I was having a panic attack all over again. And I remembered having this feeling from my ayahuasca ceremony. That was also really, for me, it was terrible, because I'm just too open and sensitive for it, and I actually don't need it. I know for some people it can be really good, but for me it was too much, too heavy. Yeah, the things that happened weren't good. Let's put it that way. So I woke up after day one, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And I felt so many things. I was crying, I was screaming, and I thought I was dying. And at that point, I just thought it was all me. The fears were all me, but it wasn't me. I just absorbed all the energies from others, the fears, the entities, the emotions, because I'm so sensitive and open, which is my power as well. But at that point, I wasn't so aware. So I absorbed it all and I was transforming it, transmuting it, and processing it. Because when you are laying in a group with 30 people and they say only surrender, well, you can just pray that everything turns out well, that it goes well, you know. You can imagine how much shit is flying around like crazy. And we didn't learn about it at all. And we had to figure it out. And I mean, the group and we had to figure it out. All the teachings about the portals we are opening during this Kundalini work, this energetic work, how much responsibility it asks to carry the energy, but also integrity, to be pure in your most pure form and have a loving relationship with yourself, so that you don't carry things from others, but also you don't want to process things from yourself into the other, because giving energy to the other is a real thing. You know, when you transmute your energy into someone else's body, I mean, we are the vessel, obviously. We are all vessels. And Kundalini transmission is a transmission of life force energy, but it also runs to me, through me, into the other. So when I'm not pure, and well, you know, we're never fully pure, we're never fully healed, and that aside, but when our intention is not pure, or when we are dealing with many things our own and we're not really balanced or have a good relationship with ourselves, we also transmute that to the other. We also give that to the other, or we can give it to the other, you know. So what I always said, you give a color to the energy that you are giving transmission to, and that color is your own vibe energy, and that's what the other can feel as well, aside from that it's really pure, etc. But to me it was really like crazy. I had to figure it out. And I thought all these fears were mine. I had so many panic attacks when I was home again after Mexico, and I thought these fears were mine, and I thought I was going crazy. And I also started hosting Kundalini activations, and my intentions were always pure. But there was also, what I really noticed was an spiritual ego side, and that you like it when people are moving during the Kundalini sessions. It's like, oh, see, it's working. They're moving because I'm shaking my hands, because I'm doing something spiritual. Look at me shining in a beautiful dress. And that's just the truth. It's not only pure magic, there is also a shadow side to it. There's an ego side to it. It's just a fact. At least it's my truth and how I see and look at it. And yes, we can do wonderful, beautiful, pure things with it. And yes, I shifted a lot since then. I taught many people so many beautiful things I could contribute to many life shifts and also life events myself. But I think when we're doing this work, it's so important that we need more background information and a good relationship with ourselves, a balanced relationship with ourselves. And you know, it's not just a 9 to 5 job, it's something you really are, it's something you embody and embrace. When I did that work, it wasn't like, so I finish the session, I go back to my normal life. No, it was a part of me. Hosting Kundalini activations was something I did. I had to, I really felt myself like a vessel, and I could contribute to the process of other people. But at one point, so I stopped teaching CAP, and I did it on my own way. So I did it more my soft balanced way, because Cap was really full of fire, and from 1 to 0, from 1 to 100, like fire. And I felt that it could be more soft and slow, and more of my energy could enter in the Kundalini activations I was hosting. And then after a while, I just felt every time I did it, there was also the energy is also flowing to me. So I got a level up as well, and I got the energies I had to deal with, but also the energies from others. And along this way, I had to deal myself. I had to figure it out how to deal with the energies from others, but not only energies, also entities, emotions. Just I really could feel things sticking to me. I really could feel it that I really want to move the whole time, because there was so many things where just I just could feel it sticking to me. And it was a weird feeling, and at one point it was also draining, and I just felt that I'm just very open and sensitive, and I think we all are when you're working in this field. And it didn't resonate to me anymore. I just felt that it was time to let it go. And I learned so much from it, and I experienced wonderful things. And also sometimes when I look back, that there was really a lack of knowledge as well at the beginning, when I was guiding many people with a big group. And yeah, when you just realize how much is happening, like the portals that are opening and the energy that is flowing around, and when you're not aware of it, you can't really carry the energy. I mean, you don't have to solve it from for the other, you only need to hold space. But I think it's so important that you are aware of what happens, and also are aware of yourself, and also are aware of your own energy and the relationship you have with yourself. Because when you're still in need of other people's energy to feel good, to need approval, or to heal, you more likely are to absorb energies from others than when you're completely in a balanced relationship with yourself. And I think that's really important to know and to realize. And of course, when you're in a healthy relationship with yourself, and you attract the people, I mean, I really believe in that everyone has his own vibration. Every teacher has his own vibration, and the teacher will attract people who resonate on that vibration, or who are needing this vibration as well, desire, craving this desire. So it's not good or bad, but I think it's so important that the power is inside of us, and that it's so important to have knowledge of what we are doing in while when we are working in this field, what we are opening, the energies that are coming up, and the energetic ties and cords. Because when you energetic interfere with someone, you also create a tie, you can create a cord. So on an energetic level, you are connected with a person you are working with. And when you're not aware of it, and you're just doing the work because you don't know how it's done, then so many things can happen, and without you knowing it, for the participant and for you as well, can be draining. You can be in each other's energy. And that's why it's so important to cut ties and take back your own energy, and to clean yourself, to rinse yourself, to close portals, and send the energies that come out from people, send it away to a proper place. And it's so big And many years ago, I also didn't notice. I really had to figure it out. And of course, they say that practice is the best teacher, but it would have been nice if you also get this by your when you do the course. And this is very fundamental, I think. So maybe you recognize in this story, this is my story, this is my point of view. Obviously, you don't have to agree with it, but this is my truth, and I think there's really a lot of in it that can be explored and discussed and talked about, because it's a bit of gray area. And yeah, if you do this work or if you're familiar with it, really listen to your intuition. And also when you go to a practitioner, really feel if this person is resonating with your highest good. So is this person, how does this person teach? Does it feel pure? Does it feel authentic? What is the intention of someone's teaching? It's so important to be aware of this before you lay down on a mat just regularly with 20 people. Because if the teacher can't carry himself or herself, then the teacher can't carry the group as well. So be aware of that. So that was my video for today. I'm very curious what your thoughts are, and if you have any comments, please let me know. And I wish you a lovely day. Bye bye.